All right. Good morning, YouTube. It is Jay the Trucker, and I am just now getting off my home time. Basically, as again, I'm gonna say like, subscribe, follow, put comments or whatever you guys want me to do other videos at. Today, I'm gonna talk about your home time. I'm gonna talk about basically, just not an advantage or disadvantage, because I don't want to say disobey your company, but I want you to know your place as the driver between you, the driver, the company, and your fleet manager. I also want to talk about like the different fleets and everything. I got some good news, so I'm gonna share it with you guys today. First off, I just got off my home time. It was supposed to be, the fleet that I'm in is you're out 11 days and you get 3 days of home time, but weather was bad and I just wasn't feeling good. I didn't want to go back out yesterday, so I went out a few hours ago. Just started back driving. So your home time, with Roehl, it's out 11 days, get 72 hours home. You want to hold your company to that standard. So for example, this last home time, I waited 2 hours for a pre-plan at the customer, and then they told me to go home and be ready to come back out Friday at 7 in the morning. That was not 72 hours, and that was about 60 some hours from the time I started driving till I got home, which I knew I wasn't going to let that fly, because my home time does not start until I do end of shift on my hours of service. So long story short, I made it home around 1 o'clock, and it just wasn't 1 o'clock when I got home. It would have been like 58 hours of home time, so almost a day that I'm missing, and I definitely was not gonna settle for that. So I would have started later on Friday anyways, but Friday came and I just was not feeling good at all. The weather was crappy, I was feeling crappy, so I decided to let them know, hey, I'm not coming back out till I feel better. It's not like I'm able to enjoy my home time because I am sick. I do not feel good. So I stayed out. I had called last night, and I let them know, hey, I'm feeling a little bit better, but I do not drive at night. I don't like driving at night, and if I do drive in dark, it's because I started early, 3, 4 in the morning, and I know, it's going to be light in a few hours. Excuse me, in a few hours. So I'm definitely okay with that. So I told them, hey, I'm not coming out tonight. Schedule me something for tomorrow morning, which will be right now. They definitely did that. So as a company driver, I want you guys to understand, you do have the power, if you're not feeling good. I don't want to say abuse it, but definitely let them know, hey, I don't feel good, I'm not coming out, I'm not going to take that risk. Reduce the risk, and that is one of Roehl's safe sevens. If a company wants to let you go over that, hey, so be it. That let you go, let them go, let them fire you, whatever. It's lots of companies out there. I haven't even got my 3 months in, and they are somehow getting my number. They are calling, requesting me. I'm not going to say what company, but I signed a contract. Roehl paid for my CDL, and on the other hand, I'm supposed to give them 120,000 miles. A company called me and was like, hey, they'll pay that off, and it'll just be like a reimbursement with them for me to come transfer over to that other company. But like I said, I like Roehl. Roehl has been good to me, so in return, I'm gonna stick with my word. They stick with theirs, I stick with mine. I just don't want to be hopping around and don't know how other companies are. Roehl is definitely a good company, especially a starter company. I would advise everyone to at least check them out. Again, you do get paid. No, this is not a sponsorship for Roehl. This is just my feelings, my opinion on Roehl. The second thing I wanted to talk about was the OTR lifestyle. So, as many people know, I do have 3 younger kids under the age of 5. And a fiance, and I worked in a production plant before I started working here for 2.5 years, almost 2.5 years. and I was not quite understanding the sacrifice that people make when they go OTR. All glory to the people who are OTR who can handle that lifestyle, but that lifestyle change was not quite for me. So I reached out to my FM and, I let them know that, hey, this OTR lifestyle isn't for me, mainly because I do not like going out east. I'm from Michigan, and, the snow isn't bad, but going through West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Virginia, South Carolina, snow in the hills, the mountains and stuff, that just was not for me. I will say it, I'm a new driver. I get nervous going through the hills, and then I'm fully loaded. It's like you can't use your Jake brakes. Yeah, the camera is shaking because I'm driving, but you can't use your J brakes. So it's just like hills, wind, high winds, snow. I don't want to take a chance. Yeah, I know I'm a new driver. It's just been about a month. I really haven't given any time to adjust to it, but at this point in time, I seen a better opportunity. I stay out 5.5 days a week. I'm able to come home for the weekend, so I felt like that was better. A better fleet for me, a better choice. I'm able to see my kids more, and I'm only driving in southern Michigan, all of Ohio, and only eastern of Indiana, the eastern part of like the Fort Wayne part. So I wasn't really complaining about that. I felt like that would be a good switch for me. The pay is kind of like the same, if not just a tad bit more. So I'm not complaining about that. I'm still a driver, guys. I definitely would say I like the reefer better, just because I feel you can haul reefer and drive-in loads. I don't know, I was trained in the reefer, so I kind of learned the tactics and everything, the ins and outs, the perks of being a reefer driver before I got through in the drive-in, and I had never trained on the drive-in. The tandems, it's little things that save time, and you don't have to be out in weather constantly getting out with the reefer. So I kind of like that a little bit more, but I'm definitely adjusting, and I'm learning the drive-in tactics to make sure I'm doing my job, what I was supposed to do, in a safe manner. So that is my good news, that I'm switching to another fleet. I don't know when. Hopefully, it's the weekend right now. So Monday, they should be getting a hold of me. I already talked to the fleet manager of the other fleet. Said I got accepted. Spoke with my fleet manager on it briefly, but it wasn't, 100% letting me know what the plan is. So hopefully Monday they'll get back with me. But I just want to let you guys know, as drivers, if you do not feel well, again, don't abuse it. Don't let them push you to go out. If you don't feel good, the weather is bad, let them know, hey, I'm not going out. Again, if they want to fire you, let them fire you. You are the driver. Yeah, it'll be hard times getting into another job, probably having to wait for that 2-week period to get that weekly pay, or that month for that 2-week pay. I don't know how all companies pay, but the driver, I feel like the driver is in demand to a certain point, because there is almost a million, it's a shortage of 1 million drivers, on 1 million drivers. So, definitely weigh your options out. And don't settle for the pay that they just first offered you, because I did that with this pay for the drive-in when I first came out with Roehl, and when I was looking to switch to a different fleet, like I said, drivers are in high in demand. The pay was kind of like the same, and I was just like, no, if that's the case, I don't even want to switch, even though I still would have went through with it. And I got a call back, and they, upped it a little bit, not majorly, but it was definitely worth it, because I know I still was going to accept it anyways. The winter is here, so make sure you plug your truck in. What I mean, as in, you use the extension cord to plug your truck in if you're taking it home, just so the engine can stay warm. Your heater, your oils and stuff like that, it's not getting too bad. If not, I am in Michigan, and what I did was I idled my truck for an hour every 2 days, because the weather is bad. So, just little tips here and there. I just wanted to make sure, I stay consistent with my videos. I've been at home time for 4 days, so wasn't really much to do. Tips on the home time that I am starting to learn. If you have a significant other, a partner, whatever you want to call them, you definitely have a lot of communications when you're OTR, just trucking in general. So you speak a lot about trucking, they definitely hear a lot about it. So when you are on your home time, something that I just noticed worked for me is you don't want to dwell on trucking. You don't want to, spend all your time focusing on that. When you get home, the first day, what I did was, make sure my truck was clean. I had all my laundry, getting it ready to take out of the truck. And my last day, this morning, I made sure, I had everything. I was ready to get back on the road. I was prepared. You don't want to dwell and use all your home time to focus on the truck, focus on your family, try to do activities with your family. You definitely want to make the home time worth it, you don't want to dwell on trucking, like I said again. So again, guys, like, subscribe, comment any other videos, anything I'm missing out. Before I end this video, I wanted to let you guys know, I don't know if I added the 10-hour, about the hours of service. I was doing 10 hours a day between with my on-duty and driving, and that still got my 34-hour reset in, which I like that, which would always be for the weekend with my new fleet. So that's another advantage. If you are OTR and you're out longer than the 8 days and you have to run off recaps, I've noticed 8.5 hours to 8, 9, certain days here and there, that is the perfect recaps. It will not always be that, depending on the customer, but that is the range I have been doing. So if I did put that in one of my last videos, I wanted to correct that and give you guys the correct information. Again, I am still learning, but it is a learning process, so I want to share that information. 8 hours to 9 hours is definitely a good range for recaps. If you're going to run recaps, I didn't like running recaps. I just like to do my 34-hour reset. That gives me time to clean my truck, do my laundry, catch up on any reading, movies, anything like that I want to do. But again, I want to say thanks, YouTube. Thanks for following me, subscribing, liking, comments. The support is definitely appreciated, guys. So till next time.